Hello everyone. Sorry for having the intro go on for so long. I just happened to be rather still sleepy brained after my nap that I had. Hopefully I'll have plenty of energy after that though, and I'll be able to get myself going. But yeah, continuing on in the intro. For those of you that don't know, I'm Ryu. I Storm Dragon from the mystical world of Castle. I am incredibly cold right now. We're gonna be working on my incredibly long to-do list of pretty much mostly art stuff today. I was on panels when we last left off. So I'm gonna be continuing my work on the panels. There's some stuff that I did when I started work on the panels. I don't know, I might change it. I might alter it a little bit, make it look a little different. We're gonna see. Mm. Really wish I could type sometimes. Do you ever just try to type words and then they just don't happen? Me too. Just gotta that situated. Okay. I've got Sprite for a drink today. It always takes me an extra long amount of time to set up my camera. Quite annoying, but it is what it is. Good, good. We should be good now. Alright. Off we go. Bring y'all with me on this journey. Now, I was working on the Discord panel. For whatever reason, that's always the one I do first. Don't know why. Maybe it's because it's the one I think gets used the most often? I don't think people use the coffee one very often. Because that's more of a donatey one, and a lot of people don't donate. It's not a bad thing. I understand not everybody has the money for that. All right, let me open this file. Don't worry, I'll switch over the screen soon. This is just a placeholder. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna open this bad boy. Also, hi, Kieran. Okay. Oh, actually, now that I stepped away and I'm looking at it again, I do think this is going quite well. It's cute, actually. I'm happy about this. Okay, good. I was worried I would come back to it and go, brother, because that happens sometimes. Ah, why are we dark? Nande. Ah, there we go. The Elgato capture card screen was up, and apparently it just does that sometimes. Maybe, oh, hold on, actually. Maybe if I move the Elgato capture screen behind everything else, and then I can leave it on and there's no problems. Okay. Hopefully. We'll see if that becomes an issue later. Anyways, look at how the screen is got screen. Look at how the panel is going so far. I might change the color green to match more of, like, you see how my background here is? It's that very, very dark kind of bluish black. I might change it to that because aesthetically I might like that more. I'm just not 100% sure. Just not 100% sold on it. I need a better thing to hold my camera in place, because every once in a while, if I turn too far to the side, it, like, works out my freaking capture, and then it's just kind of like, if I do, I can't do it. Can't, because when I tilt into those directions, it's completely you see it kind of messes up when I look up though. See, yeah, because I have to have it at an angle where it can't really capture my face if I look up very well, and then it kind of borks out. So I need a better thing. I have a thing on my throne that I wanted to get. So there is a phone stand on my throne that I was trying to get to set up to make sure that everything wasn't quite so borked. But obviously, that's just sitting there. I do have a throne. Ah, I should probably make a panel for my throne, huh? Just to have everything match. Hmm. Yeah, probably. I should probably have a panel for my throne. I didn't even think about that until just now. Well, at least I thought of it before I finished working on all my panels. So, okay, so let's think about this. Discord panel, coffee panel, throne panel, question mark. I want to do a panel where it's just an image and it has some basic about me stuff. That wouldn't be bad. Really tempted not to include age there because having to change that every year would hurt me physically and mentally, but also I probably should. Okay, so Discord, Coffee Throne, the actual about me thing. I do the credits one probably. Ore? I don't know what's going on up there. I can hear them, but I don't think it's that serious. Anyways, that's like 5 so far if I include the credits. Is there any other panels I need to do? Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I guess when I get VGen set up proper, I should do a VGen. Probably. I don't trust myself on VGen yet. Because, like, technically, I do have a thing open on VGen that people can commission, but I really don't trust myself yet. Because VGen, you have to have, like, strict deadlines, and I'm scared. I'm scared that I won't be able to meet anybody's deadlines. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll get blacklisted from VGen. I said listed weird. I felt it in my soul. Anyways, where's my art glove? No, these are the compression gloves. Where's my art glove? There it is. Oh, part of my to-do list is also redoing my alerts. My alerts need to be redone, and some of the older emotes need to be redone specifically because the outfit is different, and also they're a little bit lower quality, which I could stand to redo. Also, some of them I like forgot my glasses. Like, let me look at these emotes here. Yeah, so obviously the newer ones, like the Shiver, the Rage, the Raid, those are fine. Those are great. The Lurk one, fantastic. Um, I like the Hydrate one generally, but that's kind of it's not me. It's specifically a character I played in a Minecraft lore SMP. So a lot of people aren't even gonna get that reference anymore. It's still a cute emote though, so I might leave that one alone. But generally, I don't like the way the love emote looks because it's like very, how do I explain this? Flat. It looks flat to me. Like the hair's not floofy enough, I guess. I don't know. There's that one. The head looks a little bit too squooshed in the excitement one, so I gotta redo that one. The evil laugh is too blurry because I uploaded it at an incredibly low resolution, unfortunately. And then the celebration one is the old outfit, plus it is very small. But yeah, the panic emote is also the old outfit. So is the wave, like the wave emote. The wave emote gets used pretty frequently, but I definitely need to change it because of how because of how dated the outfit is. Wait. So yeah, definitely need to redo those. Shouldn't be a problem when I redo those. I'll just have to get fixed with everything else that's important first, like the panels. As you can see, I'm going for a kind of fairy tale book slash stained glass type of thing. That's the vibe I want to go for. I'm actually kind of happy. It looks like the symmetry ruler doesn't quite show up as well unless I zoom in. See? You see I have a symmetry ruler. Where's my mouse? Bro, what? Yeah. My mouse isn't present. Okay, there it is. Okay. That was weird. My mouse just couldn't be detected on the screen for a second. Anywho, I think the sky looks generally okay. It's not super saturated, which I don't know if I should change that or not. but it's not bad. Uh, I like the idea of the words being a gold color. But then if I do gold, and then I have the silver outer edge of the mirror over here, should I do silver instead? Maybe. Maybe I'll do silver instead. Yeah, let me just, shift in my position. I haven't even started and I'm already shifted my position. Okay. Let's, grab the words and instead we're gonna tonal shift them to more of a silver color and see how that works. Oh, whoops. Okay. Tonal correction. Do gradient match. Okay. We want cool silvery metals. That generally looks close to the silver, I think. Generally. I just delete that one. Delete that one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I want the lines on the outer edge to be a little bit more distinct. Okay, let's try that. And then we're gonna try and make the base be more of a, like the background color here, where it's dark. I took a whole nap. I'm still yawning. That's unfortunate. I like how my logo turned out. I did my logo redesign partially in preparation for my 5.0, but I've been working on my 5.0 for so long. Anyways, it's quite nice. Quite nice. My logo. So I don't think I need to redo that. That's fine. I would offer to help people with their logos, but to be honest, it took me enough to even figure out what to do with mine. I think I'd be totally lost on what to do for someone else's. Is this a bluish color? It is indeed a bluish color. So this is probably the blue. Can't tell. Alright. So edit. Tonal correction. What is color match? What is color match? I'm curious. This is a setting I haven't seen before. This is new, maybe? Or maybe it's old and I just never noticed it before. What the heck is this nonsense? What is? What is it? What? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a second. The cloud is on the same layer. Since when? Oh gosh, I have to fix that now. There we go. Cloud can be on a separate layer. We don't want that to be affected by the color change. Okay, edit. Tonal correction. Gradient. We'll do a gradient map. Oh, my bad, actually. That should have been that. And then this one should have been this one, probably. It probably needs to be a lighter color, I'm not gonna lie. Here, maybe? trying to see. Yeah, okay. That helps me see the texture. I don't want it to be that aggressive, so let's maybe dial it back a little. Hmm. Okay. Thinking about having it be the dark color with the light, because if I do the green, sure it mimics grass, but there might be some for the other ones where having grass wouldn't actually make sense. So this is acceptable, I think. Okay. Onwards. If anyone's curious, if anyone's curious, can I please? I'm unenthused. Thank you. Anyways, this is what I'm replacing. So I might also change the words to be bright blue if I feel like it. Possibly. That way it doesn't blend with the frame. Actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're gonna make them bright blue. Why are we this color? Hello? Incorrect. False. What did I... Wait. I think... I think on the other one I had a light border actually, so maybe I should do like white. Brother, what is this? You know, this actually isn't one that's super hard to redo. I could probably just retype out the word, but in light blue and then just shade it or whatever. Instead of doing whatever this is. Okay, that is actually what I'm going to do. Hold on. We're gonna type it out. Not quite it. See? It fits perfectly into that little bubble. We're gonna delete this one. And then we're gonna go over here. And then we're gonna rasterize it. And we're gonna shade it a little bit with my little brush. That's a bit aggressive. Maybe I should make it small, too small. Just to give it a little bit of a texture, and then we can Ah. This feels maybe possibly acceptable. Possibly, keyword. And if I do... No. I just... I just... Let's see if I can't do this. Hmm... Seems reasonable. And we're gonna make a selection here. Nice little selection, because we wanna... Perhaps. This might maybe work, but I'm so uncertain. Alright. Now we gotta fill in base colors. Actually, what am I doing? Get over here to this pen. Okay. Next one I think is hair. Which has such a weird color for my character's hair. But the benefit of that is the fact that no one shares this hair color with me that I've seen so far. I'm the only person I've seen with this hair color. Although definitely let me know if y'all see anyone else with this hair color. Just because it's really interesting and I'd like to see why they ended up with this hair color too. Thank you for the motivation. Awa! Ah, grab. Promptly followed by a yeet. Is it like blue with gray in it, or what color combo is it? It's supposed to be like a blue-gray, but weirdly enough, it kind of looks greenish sometimes, so I actually have no idea what to call this color. But yeah, hi. That, and then we do this. And unlike the others, I think we want probably a lighter color in here. Because I think it'll make it look nicer, yeah. I'm not wrong. It looks nicer with the lighter color in it, I think. Okay, and then... let's do the tail and the wings next. Sometimes I hate the way I do line art because it's super distracting having everything be this reddish brown. I'd probably be less distracted if it was like black because it would look so weird when put next to the other colors, but hmm. And then for this one, same thing. I'm gonna put a lighter color. And this has bright blue. I don't think I have to do anything about that one in terms of texture. It's probably fine if I leave that one be. Next step, the blue of the coat. Oh my god. Oh, this is hard for me. Well, I genuinely hope I got all of that. It's kind of hard to differentiate the colors there. Not impossible, but a little difficult. Or made that a little too dark. Oh, what the heck did I just do? Oh, I wanted to do this button. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I will absolutely admit that I have an incredibly bizarre color scheme. I don't know how I've chose this color scheme, honestly. Um, so it's kind of just, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what color to make the bird. Perhaps I'll make it orange so it stands out distinctly against the sky. But like, does orange really feel like a messenger bird though? Hmm. I'm not sure if that gives me messenger color vibes. That's too much. Okay, so I just need to color the bird for this part now. I'll try an orange, but I don't want it to be too much of a phoenix orange, because it's not supposed to be a phoenix. It's just supposed to be like a random bird. So maybe if I do like an orangey yellow. Maybe if I do like this color, it won't seem phoenixy enough. This is the challenge of doing all your own channel art. I'm thinking we choose a more yellow color for the beak and stuff. And then the envelope should be like a very light cream color. And then, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And then we're gonna make the ribbon. Mm, usually you'd make the ribbon red, so I should probably stick to that. I should stick to industry standard here and do a red ribbon. If I do a blue ribbon, it's just gonna get lost in the color of the sky. Ugh! No! Mistakes happen. Okay. For why did I do this? For why did I do this in particular? This entire... There we go. Everything is back to the way it should be. Alright. Now we're gonna do the outer edge border, if you will. The only question is, what should I make the border color be? I'm thinking about the silver color, but I do want a little bit of variation. Thankfully, I do kind of a purpley silver, so I could probably throw some purple in there as a variant. Okay. Let's start with white. You know what? Should turn on the symmetry ruler, and then that way it just does it on both sides. Less work that way. There we go. I appear to have gone too far. I'll probably keep this border for all of them so that it's consistent. Okay. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the texture on this. And then we're gonna do the alternating color. I don't even think I'm making any headway here. Make it darker. Why not? Okay. Now we want to take this color we have for the shading and we're just gonna make it kind of purple. But like a desaturated purple. Very desaturated purple. Light desaturated purple. Around there might be good. Okay. Might have to make it more of a blue purple, but I'm sure that can be accomplished easily enough. Hmm. What you making? Oh, I'm redoing my panel for my about page for my Discord. Yeah, I don't like this reddish tone. I'll have to blue it up. That's better. Yeah, so this is gonna be my Discord panel. I'm trying to make it look like kind of have a fairy tale, maybe stained glass vibe. That's what I'm going for anyways. Once I finish this one, I'll have to move on to the coffee one. And then I have to do, okay, let me see. Discord, coffee, throne, credits, and the actual about one that's gonna be me. Uh, and it's gonna have information written on it about me or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm kind of workshopping them as I go. Also, hi, Thradix. Making it slightly transparent, just wondering since you mentioned the stained glass look. It might be a little bit hard to do that given the circumstance, I guess. Cuz it does have to sit on my th- my Twitch page, and it might be a little bit hard to look at if it's partially transparent. So, we're just kind of giving it this texture and hoping it matches the vibes. That's the goal anyways. Speaking of making partially transparent though, yeah, I like that better. Hmm. Not bad at all, like the chibi? Yeah. Glad you like it. This is, it's supposed to be like sending messages off because it's a Discord. And then the coffee one, how am I gonna do that one is the question. Because that one's kind of more for donations. Mm, I'm sure I'll think of something. But first, I gotta put the finishing touches on this bad boy. Make yourself holding a piggy bank and a cup of coffee? I don't know. Because I'm trying to make everything fantasy vibes. Because I'm supposed to live in like a fantasy, magic y world or whatever. Hence the bird delivering the message. Kind of going for. I won't call it medieval fantasy. The other option was that I show some sort of magic sigil transporting the message, but I didn't think I could depict that artistically without it being too complicated. Um, so for I could do a treasure chest, I guess. I could do a treasure chest. Maybe. Be chased by a mimic chest? No, then that would imply that the money is fake. Uh, the mimic jokes are really funny though. I love seeing the mimic jokes in Frieren. Those were hilarious. What was I doing? Oh yeah, shading. That's what I was doing. Haven't seen some of them? Oh, you have seen some of them, but you haven't seen the show. Ah, yeah. It's actually a pretty good show. I would recommend it, especially if you want something a little bit less actiony. If you want to do something kind of more slow paced, Frieren is a great show. It does pick up towards the end of the first season quite a bit, and there are some parts where they do have actiony bits where they're actually like fighting monsters and demons and stuff, but it's quite a good show. Very good show, especially for like character development. I think the story feels more like how to deal with loss, which is a beautiful story. But there's going to be an ad in about 30 seconds. It's going to run so that the pre-roll ads will not be on for the next hour. So I will see y'all when you get back from the ad break. Make sure you get some water, take a break, use this opportunity to get a snack, use the restroom, whatever you need to do. I will be here sipping on my drink because I haven't had a drink in an hour because I'm an idiot and I forget to. Anyways, see you all when the ad break ends. Whenever it starts. Ow! I got it. I'm hydrating. Eh. This Sprite has become too water now. In that case, I'm just gonna switch to my water. Because watered down Sprite versus actual water, the water's gonna win out. Because if you water down a flavor, it's just bleh. Farewell, Sprite. It was fun while it lasted. I might refine the shading a little bit more. Let's smaller. Okay, so I'm thinking. How dare you? I might just have to do the coloring of the line art for this now. Really? I definitely won't move on until after the ad break, though. That way everyone can see. Air up gamer subs. I don't know what air up is. I don't even know what Big Red is. I know what gamer subs is, but I've never had gamer subs. It's like an energy drink, right? Is it an energy drink or is it just like I've returned from the ad war. Welcome back. I don't know what a Big Red is. I don't actually know. Pretty much never heard of it. Same thing with Air Up. I haven't heard of Air Up. What I want to do is I gotta buy myself another pack of Pocari Sweat because I love Pocari, but energy drink, but there's versions of it that's just for hydration also. Yeah, I don't really do energy drinks. I very rarely do soda even because I'm not like super into soda. I just Sprite is probably one of the only ones I even drink right now. Like I'll drink Starry if they don't have Sprite, but I don't actually like Starry that much. It just eh, pretty much. But yeah, I don't I don't know how to describe Big Red. All I can say is it's a soda. Okay. Yeah, well, whatever it is, I haven't had it before. But like, I'm just not super into soft drinks. Like, I'll do Sprite. I'll do like lemonade. Um, that's too aggressive. That's better, but let me blur this a little bit. Too much. One of these colors needs to be a little bit darker. Just a little tiny bit. Air Up is just using just water, but tricks your brain with fragrance into believing that the water has taste. That's a bit of an odd one. Huh. But yeah, I feel like I need to get back into buying Pocari Sweat because I really liked Pocari Sweat. Um the grapefruit was a little bit intense at times, but I generally liked it. Yeah. I I don't know how that would be. It's interesting. I know there is a science to scent affecting taste, but part of me wonders how that works exactly. Because generally, it's an interesting concept. I just mentally brain goes, what science do? It works nicely for me. I've just been trying to drink more water, so like I'll grab some water bottles and then I'll down like I don't know 2 or 3 a day. They're like the little 16-ounce bottles. I don't know how many ounces I'm supposed to drink a day, but it's probably not enough. Okay, we'll try and maybe get this to match up a little bit more. You have to make the red maybe be a little bit darker, I think. Also, not nani. Okay. I need a lighter spray brush. Not lighter, smaller. Da, 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 da. This needs to be darker, whatever this is. This needs to be more reddish. There's got to be a red variant of this. Yeah. Why is that blue? I thought I sprayed that. Be the color I want you to be, please. Thank you. Well, I think that needs to be darker, to be honest. I think I heard it's like 2 to 3 regular bottles worth a day. Okay. Well, I'm drinking like 2 to 3 water bottles, so I guess I'm doing all right. What I want to get is I saw it once and I never saw it again and I don't know if I can ever find it. But there's a water bottle where the side of the water bottle has the hours of the day. So it's got like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, etc., all on the side to show you how much water you need to finish drinking by that point of the day. So it's like an hourly drinking quota. But they made one with Hatsune Miku on it, which I feel like I need. But also, I've never been able to find it again, which sucks. Just generally as a rule, sucks. Yeah, I know, it sounds great, doesn't it? I think it sounds fantastic. That needs to be darker. Maybe not more purple, but maybe more that. No. No, it needs to be darker. And for this one, I'm thinking it needs to be this one still. That has no place here. Stop. Okay, so I'm thinking if I do this now, it looks way more reasonable. Way more reason. Still not good enough. Motivational water bottle? Yeah. Yeah, I want one, but also I have this weird thing where if I buy a water bottle or a tumbler, I don't drink out of it. Like, for example, if I buy a metal water bottle, I don't like drinking out of metal water bottles because everything that comes out of a metal water bottle to me tastes like metal. I don't like it. Plastic water bottles are probably better, but I don't like the feeling of like the plastic lid. I know it's just weird. It's me being picky, but like I don't know. I don't like the plastic lid. Like if you get one of those twisty ones, there's a chance that the little thingy that helps you keep the twisty one on when you flap it off will just like snap over time with use. Or like if you twist it on too tight, then you're going to be trying to get that thing off like a pickle jar. I don't like the one with that has the little thing where you flip it up and it's like a little straw and then you sip out of it because then it feels like I'm drinking out of a sippy cup like a child. And then I don't like the tumblers with the straws because I've had those straws shatter on me completely before. Otherwise, they're fine. But then also I worry about them tipping over because they're just kind of open because of the straw. Now, I did buy a water bottle once that I quite liked. Um, but it was a plastic water bottle, so if I could find like a not throwaway water bottle version of this water bottle, I would love it. And it's the kind where like when you open the lid or whatever, you can like squeeze the drink into your mouth. You can just go squish and then it'll like shoot and like oh it's nice. I like it. I don't know. I don't know why, but if I could find a version of that but like as like a reusable water bottle that would be cool. That might be a hard ask though. Maybe if I switch this to an overlay layer. Okay, overlay's not bad. I'm worried the overlay makes it a little bit too dark though, so let's duplicate that and then we're gonna make an add layer. And then what we're gonna do with the add layer is we're gonna Forgot I had the symmetry ruler on, and that kind of ruins a lot of my plans, but whatever. No, okay, maybe not add, maybe a different type of layer. We're gonna fiddle around with types of layers or whatever. That is interesting, the fact that that changed nothing. Ugh. Interesting. I feel like that one just makes everything a little bit grayer. Oh, that's interesting in a different way. Mm, maybe? I don't want it to be too dark. That might work. I feel like the font breaks immersion here, but I don't care. I really like Bubblegum Sands. Hmm. But yeah, I think this is good. We're gonna try and export this and then upload this and see how it looks. Wait, I gotta remove the background. File. Export. Did the loading freeze? Darn it. Okay, PNG. That under my Twitch folder. Do I have a folder for panels? I do not have a folder for panels. Okay, they can just be in the Twitch folder. Okay. Ugh, no. Hold on. Ah! I keep forgetting if I hit 0 on the numpad, I'm assaulted. One day I'll remember and I'll stop doing that to myself by accident. Alrighty, so let's open the tweet. Go to my page. Oh my god, stop. I can't go to TwitchCon Europe. Wonder if past reviews set that up for future review because you knew you forget every time. No, the thing was, it wasn't originally a setting. It was like, the setting is supposed to be, it throws things if you hit F9. Which it still does. If I hit F9, it throws things. But for some weird reason now it also throws things if I hit 0. I don't know why it does that. Kind of drives me crazy. Okay. I'm gonna edit panels. We're gonna edit panels. We're gonna put new panel wherever it may be. Is why are we not here? Ah, I'm blind. Never mind, it's right there. Okay. Remove the word parts because I don't like the word parts. It's so tiny. I thought it would be bigger. How do people make their panels big? I don't even know if that looks good. I might actually hate that. Man, I put so much work into this too. I thought that they would be bigger. I thought you could make them bigger. But now I genuinely do not like the way it looks at all. That's unfortunate. That sucks. Man, I thought I really had something too with the stained glass look. I genuinely thought it was gonna look really nice. That sucks. Oh, it's... I just updated my panels to have it. It just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I just thought it would be different. But since it's so scaled down and so small, I don't think it looks good at all. Hmm. I guess this one was a bust. I need to start thinking of an alternative plan. Yeah, I know, right? Like, it should be able to be bigger. And I just don't understand how they made theirs bigger. It's a... Hmm. Because I have seen some people with, like, some really big panels with, like, huge, oh, about me sections. Like, even this throne one, even this throne panel that I have is bigger. It's, like, wider. And I don't understand why it's wider. Hmm. Maybe if when I'm messing with the image, I remove some of the empty space, perhaps? And remove some. Oh, God, why did I do that? Okay. It kind of feels a little bit bigger now. Um, so maybe that was it. Maybe when it was letting me choose the size of the image, I just left too much empty space on the sides? That might have been it. Okay, it looks a little bit better now, in my opinion. Okay. Not as bad. Yeah, yeah, I think it was, you see on the image how there's like, there's I don't know if you can see my mouse. I don't think you can. But you see the empty space on the side of the image there. I think that's what did it. So I just have to mentally remember that when I'm choosing the size for the image for the panel, I need to like cut out the empty space so it's not as small. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking I should do from now on. Okay, that's good. Crisis averted. I was so disappointed. Thankfully, it was easy solution. Oh, okay. Because I would have hated to have done all that work for nothing. Like, oh my goodness. But yeah, very good, very good. And I'll have to rearrange this stuff because I have the credits in the front, but I'm gonna try and rearrange everything in such a way that, like, ideally I would have everything be 3 by 3. I don't like how here it's like there's 4 things all at the same level. I don't know if I can change that. I don't think I should do panels. Actually, maybe if I do one big overall panel for my socials, but like, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I don't do a lot on my socials at all. Like, at all. Because everywhere that I used to post art outside of coffee just straight up started using AI and stuff, so I basically don't even post art on my socials anymore. Because, you know, what? I either post it there and get my stuff stolen, or I just continue to keep it only on my Discord or my coffee. Which is pretty much what I'm doing now, with the exception of I think I'm posting a little bit on Blue Sky, but generally the other social sites like Twitter or Instagram, I barely post there at all. Yeah, yeah, I was saying I still post on Blue Sky, but it's let's just call it the Twitter alternative. A lot of people went there after Twitter went kind of ad and bot crazy cuz it's over the top right now on Twitter, unfortunately. Excessively so. Um it does take a while to kind of curate your For You page cuz even now I still get a bunch of, "Oh my god, politics, politics, politics," and then I just clicking, "Oh, I want to see less like this," doesn't work for me. So I have to actually just block a bunch of random people I don't know for no reason other than I don't want to see politics on my For You page. But other than that, it's generally more of a laid back site. It doesn't feel as stressful. There's no ads. You don't have as many bots, although I have heard they are starting to get bots. But for the most part, it's a very laid back social site. I don't mind it. Although recently I've noticed that if I want to see the posts by like everyone that I follow, I can't just be in the following tab because for some weird reason it doesn't show me all of the posts from all of the people I'm following on that tab. So I have to go to the Discover tab to see some of the people I follow, which is so weird. But yeah, got the Discord panel done. Now I just gotta work on the coffee panel. My current one, it has me drinking coffee, but I feel like that's a misrepresentation of myself as a person because I've never had coffee ever in my entire life, not once. And I don't plan to anytime because I don't like the smell of coffee. No offense to the people that do, though, of course. You know, everybody has their own taste. Have you been following other artists on there? Besides putting not interested, I also follow like 100 artists, so it mainly shows me art. I pretty much exclusively follow VTubers and artists. Like, exclusively. I don't follow any political accounts. And my Discover still gives me a crap ton of political messages. It's crazy. Even with all the blocking I've been doing and the, "Oh, I want to see less like this," they keep sending me accounts that almost exclusively do politics. It's crazy. But yeah, I've never had a frappe. I've never had an iced coffee. I mean, yeah, pretty much never had any variant of coffee at all whatsoever. Can't. No, I haven't had coffee. I've never had hot chocolate. Only tea I ever drank was when I went to Japan that one time, and it was super watered down, so I wasn't very fond of it. just not a coffee person. I don't like the smell of coffee. Kind of part of that whole smell effects taste thing. It smells not great to me, so I don't want to like drink it. That's kind of like au gratin potatoes. I can't eat au gratin potatoes because I do not like the way they smell, and it definitely affects the taste. But yeah, let me get back to work here on my coffee. What we're going to do is we're just going to kind of work on this same canvas here because we want everything to be the same shape. So the border is going to be identical. The bottom part is going to be identical. The only thing that's going to change is the image in the middle part of the frame. That's going to be the only part that changes. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these away. And then take out the sky layer because we don't know what's going to be in here at the moment. I love the smell of coffee, at least the premium beans. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about coffee that I've just never been attracted to. Like I can hang out in a coffee shop, but I pretty much will only like order like a food item and maybe a soda. Got it? Oh, I see what the problem here is. I'll turn that off for a second. And then we're gonna go in here. Actually, why am I doing this the hard way? I work as a service technician focusing on coffee machine. Yeah, yeah, okay. Biased. I see, I see. I mean, it's alright to be biased. Like I said, I have no objection to people that do like coffee. I just have a personal opinion that I don't really want to drink it. But, you know, I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like, oh, I don't like it, so none of you can like it. Because that's just rude, you know? Why? Okay, take two on this. I have to save this as a different one so I don't bonk up. Oh, I'm foul. Where's my? I need a feather wings toggle. What do you think about different teas? I've been meaning to try out tea. I've never actually done teas. Actually, outside of the one that I had in Japan, which, like I said, was very watered down. I don't know why it was watered down, but it was extremely watered down. That one was a buckwheat tea, I think. I might be wrong. I think that's what it was. It was like a really, really basic thing. I think I might have tried green tea, but same deal. It was very watered down. I did buy like a box of like a berry hibiscus tea to try because I always heard that like hot drinks like tea can be good for like if you have anxiety, which I genuinely do, and I just kind of stumbled my way through that, but I still haven't tried it. It's been sitting to the side for like 84 years almost, and I'm not sure if or when I'll. Wow, that was a whole bear. What? That was massive. Why was that so huge? That's insane. Anyways, I don't know when I'm gonna get around to trying the tea because I'm allergic to trying new things. Yeah, I've noticed that everything is like, I don't know, insanely scaled up in the program, I guess. Like it feels very scaled up. Like it shouldn't be that large. It's crazy. I plan to eventually exchange all of these 3D items with 2D items because I can do that. I need to work on that though. Oh, trust me, I know Dai. Yeah. Yeah, Daishima, yeah. I knew Dai back, gosh, it had to be towards the beginning of when I started VTubing actually. I knew Dai before his model was finished. I knew Dai before Dai had his chibi model. But yeah, I think Dai does the Gong Fu teas or whatever it is. I don't know how hard those are to get into. I was thinking about doing something more like subtle, like with berry flavors and stuff to get into at first, instead of just diving straight into just tea leaves only. Because I feel like it might be a bit of an adjustment. Namely because I've literally never had a hot drink in my life. Like, if there's a variety of drink that is hot, I've never had it. Pretty much. Alrighty, let me turn off the symmetry ruler for drawing out this new bit. Okay, now how do I want my coffee thing to look? We're gonna... that's not gonna help anyone. Uh, we're gonna delete that sketch layer and we're gonna make a new sketch layer on top here. Okay, that might be a bit big, but it'll get the point across. Um, I just realized I did not open the handle. I can't believe I've done this. Click, click, where? Yeah, sometimes it feels like the VTuber community is a lot smaller than you think it is. Use tea infuser? Yeah, I'm southern. We have a lot of sweet tea, but I don't think that's to my taste. I'm being flashbanged by my computer. Ugh. Why was that screen so bright? Okay, cool. The handle. Ba 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 ba. The handle? Ah, here we are. The handle. I was wondering why something felt different. Okay. So let's say, why have I done this? Actually, now that I think about it. I'll turn the ruler back on for a second. Hold on while I genuinely try to remember what a treasure chest is supposed to look like. My brain's not braining today. I have to Google it. That one looks nice. I love the vintage treasure chest. That's nice. Whew. That one's just a simple box. I should probably draw it kind of open a little bit. Probably. Probably draw it open. Huh. Mm-hmm. My nose itches. Okay, I'm thinking this is a good start. What in the flying fudge, though? I'm not going to use that as a reference because I think that's AI and I don't like that. No. No, I refuse. Be gone. Be yeeted from existence. Okay, this is... I wish they weren't all like a 3/4 view. Why can't they be facing forward? I think this one's empty, but it's like, it's a start. I'll take two different ones, and then I'll just kind of Frankenstein myself what I want. It's fine. Here. Probably not. Uh, yeah, why you be clipping? Y'all. There we go. General references. It'll work. Thinking. Let's kind of do... It looks like for the most part... Might have to shrink it a little bit, for what I'm trying to do. And you do have like a little lock mechanism here. I don't think it has to be too crazy. Like a little hole there for a key. Okay, do one around the bottom as well. And then we don't have to do the fancy thing this one's doing. And then we got like the hinges on the back or whatever. And then above that we got the lid. I gotta move these images out of my way again because they get in the way. Yeah, because see, that lid is too small. I think it's a matter of perspective that I need. Yep, perspective. We'll do one of these. And then the bottom part, of course, has to have that same sort of thing. Yeah. Thing. rim, border, whatever it is. And let's just do one over the middle, maybe. That looks reasonable. And let's say maybe there's some sort of mechanism on top or something for like the lock part. And then we have to draw coins. Treasure pile. Anyways, we do have to size this down though. Sure, everybody knows that's wood. So these I could probably yeet now. I might put it slightly off of center. Maybe just slightly. That seems reasonable. Okay. Phase 2 of this is where I have to turn off the special ruler. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is... Maybe like that? I don't know. No, I should draw me on a bigger scale is what I should do. I know I'm small, but I'm not that small. Plus, I want myself to be a little bit more visible on the panel. Why am I doing that? Stop. And other hand. This looks more reasonable for a size. Although it's still fairly small. That could work. We have a box of tea with different flavors, but it's just fruits and berries and spice in it. No tea leaves, so not really tea. That's interesting. Do you think if you boil the Boston Harbor that it would taste like tea? Maybe not now, but like 100 some odd years ago, maybe. Because those tea leaves probably long since gone. I'm thinking I might be able to intersperse jewels in here, just like to kind of break it up. Hmm. No, I feel like I still need to make myself bigger. I think they disappeared long ago, yes. Yeah. The only evidence being some really wacky stories that must have been told back then. Okay, so I'm gonna move myself like right here. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna like move the treasure chest, but also scale down the treasure chest just a little bit. I'll move it down. And we're gonna go back here to me again. So like I'm opening the lid, I guess? No, I have to be. I can tilt myself up. Yeah, if I tilt myself up, that doesn't look weird at all. Yeah, okay. I just have to move the hand up so that it looks like it's on top of the lid. Looking at that looks generally good. I might have to... And I feel like I can scale up the whole thing now. I want it to be very visible. Also, there are belts on my jacket. I gotta make sure to draw in the belts. Okay. Now, let's just give that a nice little save, and then we'll proceed to doing the line art. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to finish 2 panels today, and then have a little bit of panel consistency. And then I'll have to work on the 50 bajillion other panels once I get there. Hmm. Oh, oh, oh. Bum, 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 bum. I want y'all to be excited for the fact that my 5.0 model is going to have a lean. Maybe instead of that one, I do an eye like this. Gives it a little bit of variety. I hate myself. Ah! What's missing? Look at me and look at the image. What's missing? I'm frustrated. Ah! Yes. That's exactly what's missing. Oh, the amount of frustration I have. Okay, I have to redo this panel now. I always do this, I swear to God. There's emotes out there that's just missing the glasses, with the exception of the long-haired form, because the long-haired form, as you can see here, is not supposed to have glasses. So it's fine. But for the not non-long-haired form, needs to have the glasses. Yeah. I noticed when I was doing the line art and I went, wait a second. I forgot the glasses again. Yeah, that's actually my transformation form. And the fun fact about that one is for my 5.0, I'll be having 2 different forms. It's actually a redeem on my channel. There's a transform redeem. Why is the arm cut off? Why would you do this? Anyways, you can see here. I'm opening it. Give me a second. You can see the 2 separate transformation forms here. If you're wondering, yes, I'm not wearing shoes in both of those. Why? Because I want to practice drawing feet. But yeah, we have the ice and thunder forms right here. Currently, I'm working on the thunder form in the art, and then I'll work on the ice form next. I would love to have little animations for the transformations, but we shall see. But yeah, the thunder form's a little bit more flippy. I have forgotten things on here as well. Like, for example, if I zoom in, I forgot to color the metal part here, which makes me feel really silly. Because this is technically an official character sheet. Like, I could edit it, but also reposting it everywhere is a lot of work. Anyways, this is what I'm planning to open up on VGen as a commission type, is the Chibi character reference sheets. Mine, see, usually it would just be these 2, like front and back with maybe accessories. These 2 are like an extra because I had alternate outfits and I had to draw those. Anyways, I have to draw the glasses or else I'm going to hate myself. And by draw the glasses, I mean cheat by using a circle tool. If it'll work for me. I know it looks weird now, but trust me. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Ah, don't forget the extras. Don't forget the extras, you little punk. And then I have some extra parts that are like on the glasses, like that. I went for the kind of deco glasses type thing, although I do need these to see. And if I owned a pair in real life, I'd hate myself because I would get so distracted by the stuff out of the corners of my eyes. Now, they are a little bit distinctive, so I don't want to pale them out too much. But make them a little bit paler so that they look a little bit more consistent with the image. And then we're going to save it again and export it again and put it on my Twitter page again, but we'll wait until we're editing the panels again with the coffee one. That way I can not get that distracted. Also, I think I hit the mic, so apologies in advance if that made sounds. And by advance, I mean way after the fact that it actually happened. I don't know why I said advance. Ah, ad break! Whoops. Whoops! I didn't know it was gonna sneak up on me like that. Okay, so file, export, PNG, go to my Twitch folder, save, yes, I want to replace it. Okay. Perfect. Now are you currently on VGen? Technically, yes. Although I don't know if you're in ad break right now or not. Itch my eye here for a second. Go ahead and put this one away. I need to make a separate layer for the glasses now that I know, now that I remember. Oh, you're here still? Okay. Yeah, so I am currently on VGen. I say technically because I've only really added one thing that can be commissioned on VGen, and it's the chibi character design sheet thing that I showed you before. I don't have anything else there. I would like to maybe eventually possibly get my VTuber model commissions up on there, but also I'm scared because, like I said, VGen has pretty strict deadlines, and it takes me quite a long time to actually finish any of those VTuber models. So that's scary. Edit this. But yeah, the reason why I need to redo some of my emotes is the fact that I keep forgetting the glasses so frequently. That's weak sauce. Gotta redo that one. Better. Okay. Fun fact about my glasses is you can actually see there's a shine on my glasses. I worked hard for that shine. It's fun. Okay. Nope, don't like that. How did you do that? Okay, so the way that I did that was when I was rigging the model. I made a layer for this shine here, right? That layer doesn't move. So because that layer doesn't move, it gives the illusion when I move back and forth of there being a shine, like a light hitting my glasses. It's only there when I like look forward directly. Like if I look to the side, you can see it slide off. Same this way. But that itself is actually not moving at all. Sometimes I do the same for like metal shiny parts, but that's a little bit more complicated because like you see the little chest buckle. Imagine if I did the metal shinies for that. Like it would be cool, yes, but ultimately a lot of time for very little reward because not a lot of people are going to see that. Why am I like this? Oh, ah! That scared me. We have to wait until a peak anime returns in July. Which one is that? Which one's returning in July? Oh, Dandadan's coming back in July. Okay. Got it. Why can I... You know, I don't think my hair's supposed to be like that, but close enough. I don't like that, though. And I think I had some hair on this side. Yep, that looks better. I think... I'm sorry, I made the swoop comically large. It doesn't need to be that big. This is more reasonable. Okay, so let's see. We have the collar of my jacket. Mm -hmm. View during work. Today, my coworker told me her most hated anime character ever. What was that? Who do they hate? I have to reopen the Discord one and take a look at it. You hate Sasuke? Ah, okay. Okay, I think perspective-wise, this is probably fine for the collar, but I need to remember, this is from the other side, so I need the diamond. I need the diamond. I need the diamond. I don't actually. Let's just kind of do that, where you can see, like, the edge of it, and then we have the diamond. That's not a diamond, that's... Yeah. Yeah. My coworker went on a funny rant about him during our lunch break. Yeah, I didn't get super into Naruto, but when I first started it, I thought Sasuke was going to be my favorite character. I was incorrect. Sasuke was not my favorite character. In fact, I kind of thought he was an idiot, and it bothered me. He just kind of made me angry. I mean, Naruto didn't really help. He also kind of frustrated me, to be perfectly honest. But generally, the only characters I think I liked were Kakashi, just because I thought he was cool, even though he was morally questionable, and then Gaara. Alright, hold on. Okay, so if that comes out the side, then I can't have that, because then that would make no sense for the wing placement. Alright, that's fine. She hated him because he's a bad character, bad father, bad friend. She literally got so mad when Sasuke almost. Oh. I didn't know he did that. She said she hated the way that Sasuke treated Naruto, etc. Yeah, I can get that. I can completely understand that. That's more than reasonable for, hating a character. I. Gosh, is there an anime character I irrationally hate for no reason? I don't know. I don't know if there is one. Because, I mean, there's characters I don't like because I think they're creeps, and characters I don't like because they make me mad. But I don't think there's a character that I, like, actually, like, really hate. Ironically enough, she loves Itachi, though. How are you gonna hate Sasuke but like Itachi? Like, I'm pretty sure Itachi has a higher body count. Just saying. I will put the shorts here just so that people know that I have shorts. Puff. tiny hand. Oh yeah, the belts. Can't forget the belts. That's close enough. Oh, yeah, if you didn't know, yeah, Sasuke was about to kill his own daughter, Sarada, because he hadn't seen Sarada over 10 years. He was. Why would you try and off your child just because you haven't seen them for 10 years? The heck is that? Okay, mentally, where's the thumb? The thumb is on the inside. I make the hands very itty bitty on purpose. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, come on, draw a straight line. You can do it. You can draw a straight line. Come on. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Funniest thing is, because I kind of have I have my Spotify muted in the recording, so like when I post this to like other sites as a VOD, no one's gonna know what the heck I'm humming to. No one's gonna hear the music because it only plays on the live. At least until I can afford to get my own little background tune that'll play. And then I can have the background tune playing in the recordings, and then that way I won't get in trouble because I'll have my own music. But there we go. And this is supposed to be like a keyhole. Yeah, there we go. It looks more like a keyhole that way. Oni, Oni. She also said Sasuke neglects Sarada and Sakura, and she did not like Sasuke and Sakura getting married. The only reason why she tolerates it is because of Sarada. She also said Sasuke spends more time with Boruto than his own daughter. That, yeah. I mean, there were a lot of people. Oh my gosh, didn't mean to do that. There were a lot of people that, as far as I'm aware, did not like the idea of Sakura and Sasuke getting married. So, I know she's not alone there, because a lot of people didn't like that. To be honest, mentally, I also thought it was kind of weird. Because the way the early show kind of sets it up, I always assumed Sakura was going to get with Naruto. It just, I don't know, it feels odd. Like, I know Naruto got with a perfectly fine person later. I don't fault her for that. It just felt weird that Sakura ended up with Sasuke. That little bar here, this little bar here, bar here. Bar here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. Hold on. Now, wood planks. You're talking about when she was talking about Sasuke, her veins were showing, so you could tell she really hated this man. Yeah. You know what? I actually think there was an anime character that I had an irrational hatred for. I've kind of moved on from it though. I don't really care anymore. But it's from the Fate series. It was from Fate Zero, the prequel thing to Fate Stay Night that also came out after Fate Stay Night for some reason. The priest guy. God, I hated him. I hated him a lot. I actually hated him so much that I threw my pillow at the television at one point. Um, then immediately afterwards I felt terrible, so I picked up the pillow and I went, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Yeah. I didn't like him. I hated him a lot, actually. Yeah. I have to figure out how to draw this gold pile in a way that doesn't become incredibly time consuming. My mom hated him too, so I'm not surprised. I mean, he's kind of easy to hate, and that's really what you want in a villainous character. Not even a villainous character, because I don't necessarily think he's a villain, but like an antagonist. Like, sure, he definitely did bad things, but he didn't start out that way. He just kind of, I guess, lost it at some point. Or maybe he was never altogether there. Who knows? He was definitely a sociopath. That's something I know for sure. I'm not gonna lie. In the Fate Stay Night, the newer one that they animated versus the older one that they animated, I, anyways, sorry, I can't talk on that one. Akaz is literally my favorite demon. Oh, he's my favorite. I can't wait for his fight in the movie. It's gonna be so good. Oh, that chapter broke me a lot. It was fantastic though. Loved it. Such a good. Oh. Anyways, I really like Akaza. Specifically because of the final battle stuff. Yeah. No spoilers for anybody in the chat, by the way. I'm just talking about how much I like Akaza. Yeah. There is a character in Demon Slayer though. Oh my god, there is a character I currently irrationally hate, but also I feel like it's completely justified. Doma. Uh, the Upper Moon 2, hate him. Hate him so much. Saw his backstory, don't care. It's not sad. It just showed that even from birth he kind of sucked. Genuinely don't like him. Like, oh, woe is me. No, woe is not you. You just suck. I just don't like Doma. Like, I can forgive Upper Moon 1, I can forgive Upper Moon 3, Upper Moon 2, get bent. Okay, so let's say we have a little pile of gold. We're just gonna kind of outline it. Call this a hinge. See, what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for the second season of the Percy Jackson TV series. Because it is based in one of my favorite books of the series. So I can't wait for that to come out. I know they've supposedly finished filming, but there's been no news, which is so weird because the first season they had like news all the time. Like everyone was obsessively like, "Oh my god, this happened. Oh my god, this casting. Oh my god, behind the scenes. Oh my god, look at this. Look at that. Look at those." And now it's just radio silence, which is so disturbingly weird. Funny you say some conservative person on Twitter was complaining about Doma because his 14-year-old daughter was watching Demon Slayer and they talked about Doma, and the father was raging on Twitter saying this character eats women and children. Are we teaching men to hate our women and children now? My brother in Christ, he's an antagonist. No. What? Oh my god, is media literacy that far gone? No, we're not wanting people to emulate the antagonists. They're antagonists. I swear, are we back to the video games will cause mass violence argument, but with anime now? I mean, anime is kind of going through its violent gore phase. I literally had sweet old Dan who was telling me about how surprisingly violent Demon Slayer was. And I was like, oh, you sweet summer child. You haven't seen violence. Because there's some anime that are way more violent than that. I didn't bother with that tweet because I know it's so dumb. Doma's not a real. What? I mean, he is a real character. Maybe he's not a real person, but he is a character. But yeah, God, it's just so silly. Okay, let me turn off the sketch. Everything reasonable? I forgot to draw the little foot. Little foot. This looks reasonable. Okay. I wonder how these people would react to Goblin Slayer. Jeez. I mean, honestly, the first episode was over the top, but after the first episode, it's not as bad. I don't know if they just wanted to go for the shock value, but I mean, they didn't have to make the first episode that intense, especially if they weren't going to carry that intensity. Like, like it is still intense, the show, but like it's not as intense as the first episode. Which, fun fact, yes, Doma eats women and children, and that's exactly why Akaza hates Doma. Yeah, and that's exactly why every time Akaza causes violence towards Doma, I cheer. I actually actively cheer. My dad gets confused, but like I'm like, heck yes. Let's go. Because Akaza refuses to eat women and children. He won't do it. He'll only really go after people that can like fight back. Because he's kind of like the battle junkie character, you know? Like, yeah, episode 1 was the worst gore wise. The rest is still the. Oh, I'm not just talking about gore wise. I'm just talking about the certain events that happen. You know what I'm talking about. But I won't mention it out loud since I'm technically my channel is open to all, but I like to call myself PG-16, but that's still not enough for the first episode of Goblin Slayer. Kokushibo eats men and women. He's not like Akaza or Doma. We don't talk about Kokushibo. Oh, he's a weird one. He's honestly, until they did the meeting of the upper moons, I legitimately had wiped him so hard from my brain, he popped up, and then I just went, ah, him! Because I forgot he existed. uh. Part of me thinks it's genuinely sad that we never got to, like, experience the rest of the lower moons. But narratively, I can understand why they did what they did. Because when they went after Rui, I think Rui was relatively high ranked, wasn't he? I don't know, I don't remember. But Rui was pretty powerful, and then they beat Rui. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, part of me sad that we'll never get to know what was going on with them, but the other part of me is like, yeah, I can see why they needed to speed things up, because if they went through and systematically fought like all 12 one by one, it would have been a pretty long series, and the author just did not have time. Like, I get that. I think this was like, I thought it like a 95%. Okay, we're gonna turn this back on. This is back. What color do I want the background to be this time? For coffee, the last time I had the coffee panel, it was like a pink. So maybe I'll do like a pinky orange. Perhaps. Let's see. Let's try. I was gonna name that layer base, but then I realized the dark layer is named base. I can't do that. Oh. Let's take my pink here, and if we do a pinky orange, put it more in the orange territory and do like that, so that it's kind of like maybe like a peach. Kokushibo is built different when he told Akaza to respect Doma and he told Akaza to fight Doma. Uh, and you have Doma talking trash saying Akaza could never beat us, he's too weak. Yeah. He's not that weak, with as little context as possible for people in chat, because I know there are people in chat who have not read the manga. So I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible. But yeah, he's definitely strong for reasons that will be revealed in the films. Personally, I would dare say that he was even in certain aspects on par. Oh no, I know you're trying to keep it in line. I just like to announce that so that people don't feel they have the need to like shut it off or stop listening. In certain aspects, I think Akaza can hold the candle to maybe the Upper Moon one. I mean, I don't think he can hold a candle to Muzan though. And I won't say he holds a candle to Upper Moon 1 in every aspect, because he doesn't, but, like, in some aspects, yes. And then, of course, you know, Muzan's just better than all of them in everything except for the fact that he can't walk in the sun. But yeah, I can't wait for the movies. I can't wait to see if they're going to like change anything from the manga, because they have added little bits and pieces to the anime that weren't in the manga, which is super exciting to think about. Like, I think they've had a lot more of the oh my god, my brain's not working. The Biwa woman. Because in the manga, I'm pretty sure they only ever called her the Biwa woman or the Biwa lady. And in the anime, they actually straight up said her name, which I did not think was ever going to happen. So that's cool. mm, Maybe if I tone this orange color down and kind of bring it to like, okay, so I'm trying to figure out what color to make it. I would just scream coffee, because like the coffee logo is usually like white, blue, and like maybe like a pink or a red. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I was Daki, I'd be afraid of Doma too. He's a freak. Also, I don't know what possessed the artist to do that with his hair. It is a design choice that exists. The original color, I want to stir it up in the middle a little bit here. Yeah, okay. We're doing this orangey color for now. It might work out, it might not. I might have to change it. Okay. First things first. My favorite demon is either Kokushibo or the other character that hadn't been introduced in the anime. Are you talking about the one from the Zenitsu fight? Is that the one to whom you're referring? Because I am also hyped for the Zenitsu fight, but that is because I really like Zenitsu. Gotcha. Oh, apparently he's supposed to be voiced by Sayu, Alejandro. Yeah. So that's exciting. In the English dub, of course. I do the subtitles, but that's just me. I'm not going to say I'm a subtitle purist. I don't care if people watch the dub, and I've seen shows in dub before too. I just I like it better when things are in its native language because I feel like it sounds better. It just sounds more natural, I guess. But yeah, no, I was kind of excited too, but also me in the comment section with everyone else going, gasp, this is a betrayal. Yeah, I don't like that character because I like Zenitsu. So the way that character, and I will keep being vague and saying that character, chat. So apologize for the mini that character. Aether's Tanjiro? Oh, I didn't know that one. Interesting. The Genshin crew is reuniting. Okay, let me see. My paintbrush, my paintbrush. Oh, it's too big. I think that character is the most hated behind Doma. Actually, Doma is excessively loved by the Demon Slayer community to the point it disgusts me. I have seen nothing but Doma fangirls and apologists for years. They're everywhere. Yeah, they kind of are. I mean, to each their own. But really, the man that exclusively eats women and children? I think Koyobito voices the side character you meet during the Spiders in the Woods demon. Oh, interesting. Wait, he voices Murata? Wait, hold on. Because that's the side character that you meet during that arc. That's Murata. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my god. He does voice Murata. Oh my god, it's the Demon Slayer that cannot die. All the jokes about Murata are so funny because every time he goes into any situation, he just survives. He cannot perish. No, I won't get mad at you for that. I know a lot of people dislike Zenitsu. In fact, the only reason I like Zenitsu is because of the way he behaves in the final arc of the story. I feel like he showed a lot of growth in that short period of time because he realized that it was time that he had to grow up. And that's why I really like and appreciate him as a character, but a lot of people just don't like him because of how whiny he is, and that's completely understandable. I get it mad at whiny characters too. Like if it wasn't for knowing what happens in the final arc, I would probably also really dislike Zenitsu right now. But I do like his character. I know of the main trio, I think the most beloved is probably Inosuke. So a lot of people are really probably looking forward to seeing Inosuke in the movies also. Yeah, that was such a good scene. Honestly, that whole episode was just animated so beautifully, which is why IGN was roasted so bad when they gave that season like a 3. You know, when they announce an actual release date for the films, like officially, because right now it's only rumors that it's going to be September. When they announce like official date, I think that I should do a watch party for Demon Slayer in my server and like just watch the entire thing for anybody that's not caught up, so that they can get caught up and then enjoy the movies when they come out. Oh yeah, yeah. No, Inosuke's battle is going to be crazy for multiple reasons. I just feel like the final battle really pushes the characters to their utmost limits in like the best way possible, which is why I'm so looking forward to it. What I didn't enjoy was when I was reading the manga as it was releasing and people were actively screenshotting untranslated images of the chapters and putting them out there so that I would get spoilers before it was even translated. Made me feral. Just like I'm sitting there and to give you some context of how I was emotionally and mentally during the final battle, two of my favorite characters are Genya and Muichiro. No context for everyone else. But I like Genya, I like Muichiro, I like Zenitsu. So, there was a whirlwind of emotions happening. A whirlwind of emotions. Who else do I like? Hold on. I mean, I like Murata. I like Murata. Um, so that was definitely an interesting time also. Yeah. But yeah, I do like Murata, so can't wait to see more of him in the film. It will probably be very brief. It's so funny because this is like literally the only story I've ever read where I remember the name of like a borderline background character. Like he appears maybe 3 times in the entire series, and somehow I remember his name perfectly. Like, what? Like, how good does the writing have to be for me to like distinctly remember a background character's name? My mom's favorite characters are Tanjiro and Rengoku. Ah, so that would explain the hatred of Akaza. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and liking Tanjiro, completely justified. He's like a sweet little bean, he is. If he didn't have to go through what he had to go through, he probably would have grown up and just been a perfectly sweet little bean. That's too big. I need to shrink that down. Chocolate fiction. Ba 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 ba. Pita chocolate. Yeah, people make so many jokes about how it's impossible to hate Tanjiro. Like, I have never met anyone that has actually hated Tanjiro. If they do hate Tanjiro, I almost feel like whether or not they like Tanjiro is a perfect judge of whether or not someone is immediately a red flag. Like, if they hate Tanjiro, they have to be a red flag. Because how? Like, he's not my favorite character, but I don't hate him. I can't hate him. He's nothing but sweet. Yeah, like I almost feel like that's like a red flag test. Like you go out on a date, and you're like, so, Demon Slayer, do you like what character is your favorite character? Red flag if they say Doma. Redder flag if they say Muzan, because I don't think he has any redeeming qualities. Actually, is Muzan a redder flag than Doma? I don't know. I feel like it's about the same, really. They get a free pass if they say that they don't watch Demon Slayer, and then you ask them, do you watch Hunter x Hunter? I've never understood the fascination with, like, Hunter x Hunter. The number of people that like Hisoka is concerning. Like, it's legitimately concerning. Because, firstly, how? Secondly, why? Nakime? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nakime's kind of cool, but also absolutely horrifying if you know her backstory, which they didn't reveal in the manga. But I'm hoping maybe they added in the anime. Because if they animate that, Demon Slayer turns into a horror film for a little bit. uh, I don't think we're thinking about the same backstory. Possibly. Based on what I was told of her backstory. Let me just verify her backstory really quick. Oh, yeah, no, her backstory is definitely what I was thinking of. Yeah, no. Yeah, I will say her initial circumstances, yes, sad. What she did with them, highly concerning. I think that covers all the blue parts. Mom got to finish watching season 1 of Dandadan. Honestly, I feel like season 1 ended way too abruptly. It's odd. It almost felt like it ended in the middle of a season. So I wasn't too satisfied with that. My mom's favorite characters are the grandma and Turbo Granny, just the old folks. Oh, gosh, I don't know who my favorite character is. I don't think I have one. Like, I like them, but I don't think I have a favorite. I know I don't like, oh my god, what the heck is her name? The pink-haired girl. I don't like the pink-haired girl. She annoys me. What happened to her? Tragic. But I don't like her. My best friend's favorite is Gigi. Ah. And the boots also. Oops, got on the blue. My mom doesn't like the pink girl because she said he reminds her of the spoiled rich daddy girls from high school. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, she kind of annoys me. If anything, I wouldn't say daddy's girl. I'd say she's like a pick me. I don't know if her desire for attention is from the fact that she didn't really have a mom growing up. Like, that could be a contributing factor. That might definitely be the contributing factor. Oh, why would I do that? Now the whole thing looks red. No, just a little bit. That's too aggressive. Mm-hmm. Her name's Ira. Yeah, okay. Ira. Ira. Why would I do that? Why is that so big? Ira saying nasty rumors about Momo was wild. I know, right? You'd think with her face that she wouldn't, but then she does, which seems very true to most people, actually. Surprisingly accurate on humanity there. Where's my. There it is. Okay, let's do these colors. And we have Gigi trying to rizz up girls in Momo's class. Yeah. He is an interesting character, certainly. I have not determined how I feel about him yet. Because I don't know if perhaps what he's doing and trying to be the funny guy is a coping mechanism or what. Because it could be. He could just be trying to cope with hard times through humor. It also might not be. I have no idea. Anywho, I'm keeping better track this time, so we are going to get ready to go into an ad break in about a minute or so. As per usual, the ads are going to play so that the pre-roll ads don't roll anymore, because pre-roll ads are annoying. And I wish that was something that I could opt out of entirely. But instead, I have to play 3 minutes of ads to make it go away for an hour. Not the ad chill. Unfortunately, it must be. It will happen in about 30-ish seconds. I don't know exactly when it starts because I sometimes feel the timer it gives me is off. But it is what it is. Da-da-da. We're just gonna keep pushing our way through this, though. Alright, since it's ad time, I should drink some water. I'm gonna miss you when I get into ads. ごめんなさい. But yeah, I was genuinely thinking that I would be able to finish a second panel today. But I guess not. I can't believe that one panel took like my entire time. That's so crazy. I didn't think I had that much left on that one, honestly. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Might do all of the accessories on the same layer instead of splitting them up if I can. That way I can speed my way through this. Oh god, you can hardly tell the difference between the orange and the pink. Each lord. Only difference is that one's a little bit more purpley, I guess. Might have to change the background color potentially. Just for my sanity. Okay, we only have 2 parts left. I've heard people say you're gonna love him, GG in season 2, and that's all they said, which I appreciate because I don't like spoilers. I don't like spoilers either, so that's good at least that they had the decency as a human being to not spoil. I need to check something real quick. Or not. I was checking to see if they had made any plans for dinner. But nah, they haven't said anything. So I guess dinner's gonna be kind of whatever tonight. Interesting. Okay. I'll just have to do leftovers or something. Still waiting for a favorite character from Den to get introduced, and hence it involves dinosaurs. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. I don't I don't read Den. I can view. Can I say I like watching anime with my mom because I'm grateful I have a parent that loves anime? Yeah, absolutely. I watch anime with my dad. I totally get it. I totally get that sentiment. I'll make that darker. Supposed to be darker and make it even darker. And then we want a lighter color to kind of intersperse in here. It's flavor. Bum 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 bum. When the Demon Slayer movie comes out, I'm gonna go see it with my friends and maybe cosplay as well. Every single time they've done a theater premiere, I've always gone to the movie theater dressed as something. And every single time, I guesstimate correctly the characters that will be in that episode. I know I did Zenitsu for the train. Obvious he was going to be in that one. But then for the premiere of the Swordsmith Village arc, I dressed up as a casual cosplay modern version of Genya. That one was difficult to do because I had to kind of make my hair look like his hair, but also not shave my head because I don't want to do that. and then when they started the Hashira training arc, when they did that premiere in the theater, I went dressed as Lady Tamayo. So that was fun. Now, I have to figure out which movies are which battles so I can decide who I'm gonna dress as. Because it's very important to me I dress as someone who is present in the film. Ugh! Yeah, I didn't see a lot of cosplayers. I'm in a relatively smaller town though, so the closest we got to like cosplays is some people would have like the Haori or the like Haori pattern on like a jacket or a cardigan, but not like an actual cosplay. I was one of the very few people like straight up dedicating. I'm guessing the first movie would. I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no way they put the Zenitsu fight in the first film. Ain't no way. They gotta let that build. They can't just shove that in the first film and be done with it because that's like the only thing Zenitsu gets to do. So ain't no way that's gonna be the first film. I would hate to have the Akaza fight in the first film, but if they're gonna go in numerical order, then yes, Akaza would technically be the first one. Personally, I would want him to be at least the second film, but I can understand them making it the first one. But yeah, I think the Zenitsu fight is going to be the second film, like at the bare minimum. Unless, see, the confusion that comes for me when they're doing the films is I don't know if they're including the Fight Till Daybreak arc as one of the films or if it's a separate entity. Because they said that they're adapting the Infinity Castle arc to 3 films, which means is the last part a separate thing? I don't know. So I can't quite judge the spacing and whether or not they'll have to like hardcore double up on a lot of fights or not. But no matter what, the Upper Moon 1 has to have his own film because that is an intense fight. Like that fight goes crazy. I see it's mostly because I don't like Doma and I want to rip the band-aid off as fast as possible. And I like Akaza, so I kind of want them to build for him more. So it's a completely biased viewpoint. But Zenitsu is not biased. His fight is the only thing he does. They can't take that away that quickly. If they do, that's just very poor time management on the movie's end. Yeah. No, I'm saying Upper Moon 1, absolutely. Own film. Own film by itself. Has to have own film. For sure. think I do want some darker. Do you think the movie will break the internet? Probably. Probably. If you're a fan on Demon Slayer, I highly recommend watching the movies in theaters as soon as they are out. Immediately. Because if I know anything about the Demon Slayer fandom, they will ruin this for you. You will either have to completely avoid the internet until you go to see it, or you will have to see it immediately as soon as it comes out. Because the Demon Slayer fandom isn't that bad. However, if there's one thing that they top every other fandom at, it's spoilers. They can't control themselves for some reason. Mm-hmm. I know every time an episode of Solo Leveling comes out, it breaks Crunchyroll, which is really funny. I'm fine. If I try really, really hard, I might, maybe, be able to finish this. But I don't know. It's very iffy. Because I'm already going longer than I usually go. Since I'm winding down towards the end of my stream, it would be the worst possible thing ever if someone were to, like, send a raid in here. Because unlike most people go, oh, I got a raid, here, I'll stick around for a while longer. No, I basically stream up right until, like, dinner is ready for, like, the family. So I could never stay. Going to bed? Yeah, absolutely. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you had a fun time here. Let me make this smaller. That looks like gold enough. How do you feel about Mitsuri? Yeah, I like Mitsuri as a character. She's very sweet. A little bit dense. She's your stereotypical kind of ditzy character without as much klutziness, but she does have her klutzy moments. I don't dislike Mitsuri. She's not like my favorite Hashira, but she is a good character. Here's where I have to make this work a little bit better. Ready for Shinobu's sister to get some action too? I mean, oh, this part needs to be darker. Shinobu's sister, they didn't really touch on too much in the manga. I mean, I don't know how much there actually is to explore on that avenue. Other than, here's a flashback, have a nice day. Okay. Oh, too much. Too intense. Too intense. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, honestly, I can't wait for it to come out, and I'm devastated that the running theory is that it's coming out in September. Like, that hurts me on so many levels. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take everything outside of this bubble here, and I'm going to... Shoot, I did it wrong. Hold on, let me do this the correct way. Invert that. Gonna go into lurk mode for some D&D? Yeah, no worries. I am getting ready to wind down here soon anyway. Clear that, and then turn this on. And then we're gonna invert that. And then we're gonna go up here and we're gonna clear that. And then we're gonna set this to the same settings where it's gonna be on 70% and then on overlay. I did it again. Oh my god. Oh, come on now. It's not that bad. We're gonna clear that out. And duplicate this layer and then set it to 47%. And then exclusion. Where's exclusion? There it is. Okay, now I just need to do one thing and one thing only, and that is replace the word Discord with coffee. Feel like I talk way too much? No, don't worries. Don't worries. What? No worries, because like it's fine. I usually don't have a chatty chat, so I don't mind having chat be really active sometimes. It's totally fine with me. It gives me more to talk about. Like honestly, it would have been mostly me rambling and or silence if I didn't start rambling about Demon Slayer. This is so strange. Why? Oh, right, this. So we have to turn this into the word coffee. Oh, bye. How to tell if it's the correct size? Match up the O. That's about right. We'll just put that there. Hello, please come here. Rasterize. And then we gotta do this. Yeah, that's a certain thing that's happening there. Ooh, too much. Too little. There we go. Okay. Duplicate layer. We're gonna have this one be is what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna rasterize this. And then we're gonna do and then I think on this one, I think I might have done a little bit of that, I think. Can't tell if that's centered or not. I think it looks weird because of the fact that the eye is so thin, so I have to slide it over more. Okay, I think I'm gonna save this. I think we're good. Oh, you're gonna go eat right now? Oh, yeah, okay. I just saw that. Sorry if I was a little slow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go eat soon myself. I don't know if I like the aggressive orange that we have going on. I might tonal correct that. Hold on. Ugh. Maybe the saturation is the problem. Good lord. Oh, purple's not a bad look, actually. Purple's kind of nice. Okay, so purple's a contender. Yeah, I'm thinking purple. Yeah, I think I'll make it purple. Yeah. Not bad. I might have to desaturate it more. Don't want to lighten it? No. There we go. I think this looks a lot nicer. It's a way less aggressive. Alright, so let's go ahead and save and export this bad boy. And then we'll both fix the Discord one and put in the coffee one. No one can tell me not to pronounce it coffee, because why would your whole gimmick be buy me a coffee and it's pronounced Ko-Fi? Absolutely not. Okay, export single layer, PNG. Save. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. turn back on my little winter picture. There we go. And then I can turn off this. And then I think I'm good to go ahead and try switching some things over. And then once I get this taken care of, we'll find somebody to raid. Oh, actually, I know exactly who to raid. That's nice. Okay. Immediate. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead in my about section here, and then edit panels. I want my Discord panel to be in front of my coffee panel. Okay, this one. Done. Submit. Add image. Open. Okay, we're gonna see how this looks. I feel like the coffee one could have a little bit more oomph to it. So I might change it recently because, like, you see how the first one has, like, the sort of windy, breezy look in the background? The coffee one could afford to have something like that. I just have to figure out how to make that work for me. I might try and make it look like a cave of sorts. So I'll definitely be redoing that one, but just the background portion. However, I do not have time to continue work on it today. So I will have to leave that for another time. So I'll leave this kind of rough draft in place for the time being. Uh, Generally not bad though. I do like how they're turning out since I figured out how to make them look bigger. But yeah, this is doing quite good. Definitely enjoying this. I just have to do the like 3 or so other panels that I needed to do. Maybe 4, depending on if I want to do a VGen panel. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I'm thinking one of these two. One of these two I want to rate. These two. Hmm. Okay. Let me itch my eye for a second. Yeah, I might try to do a quick repair on the coffee one this evening after I eat the dinner. Are they doing that? No, that isn't today. No. Okay. So, as is tradition, it is an art stream, so we will be rating. Sorry, I got so perplexed by what I was seeing on the screen. So we'll be rating an art channel thing. Whoosy, what's it? Thingamabob. Stream! Yeah, there we go. Art stream. Now let me just, okay. Now, let me go ahead and set this up for the raid. First thing we need to send is the raid message. So if you would like to copy the raid message, absolutely feel free to do so. I don't have the special whoosy what's it. I don't have the raid message for subs yet. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. I'll get there eventually when I'm doing the rest of my nonsense trying to fix the channel. But yeah. But yeah, I need to go eat. So if you want to stick around for the raid, you feel free to copy the raid message. If you want to if you want to check out my coffee, where I have other types of commissions open and whatnot, you can feel free to do so. I also post my artwork there. And it's a place where if you donate, I get like pretty much, if you donate, pretty much I get all of it instead of like versus subs on Twitch. Like I get more if you like donate to me through there. Like it's still not as much because unfortunately I have to deal with certain things when transferring the money, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. But mostly I'll put little goals there and things that I need to like acquire or things like that. And you can check that out. I'm a little bit too wordy today. I don't know what's going on. And then lastly, the other one is I went through a lot of work to upgrade that Discord one, but I do have a link for my Discord here as well. So if you've not joined the Discord, I do all kinds of announcements and things about when I'm going live. Sometimes I do polls, and I do post my artwork there pretty much before I post it anywhere else. It's one of the few places where I will post my artwork nowadays. But yeah, definitely feel free to swing by the Discord if you'd like. Just make sure to accept the rules so that you can get the role that will let you see all the channels. On that note, let me go ahead and set up this. Boop. And /raid. Okay. We're gonna raid Digi, who is doing a fan art week, which seems like a fun concept. I might do Art April again this year. I'm unsure. It just depends on how many projects I have when April hits. If so, I might do Art April, which means every stream will be an art stream. But yeah, we're freezing up now, so I'm gonna have to go. And I will see you folks next time, which might be the 13th. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now. And, boop.